Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving back into the local sea monster. We're doing a little bit of a showcase of the newest 6 pots that did arrive over on the game, being Neko and Inu. Now, we never thought in this day and age we would ever see a 6+ dual unit, but they went and did it, and they gave the first one to CatDog. So we're going to dive into the local sea monster with a no despair removing team, I'm going to kind of call it. So that was the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Now, before I dive in, I just want to make this very clear that this is more of a showcase video rather than a how-to video. There are other teams that can do this better, but I sort of wanted to put the challenge on myself to try and make Neko and Inu work. 1, without Enel. 2, without a Perona. And 3, with them removing the despair with their switch ability. And I managed to get it done with 2 different variations. The Enel thing came into play for the next team, because I wanted to showcase if you have Enel, it's just so much easier. But it was really cool actually getting this fight done, utilizing the switch ability of Cat Viper and Dogstorm to remove the despair. Because one of the things that kind of goes unnoticed with dual units, namely Current Wonder, is removing despair with their switch. Now, the big reason that goes unnoticed is because dual units, they kind of never get used as captains, but CatDog are very, very powerful. At level limit break 5, they're a 5.25 captain when you have matching orbs. They have exceptional support options, and you can use stuff like Odin for a Wano orb, plus they have other very, very powerful supports like Ashura Doji that we're using here to remove attack down. You have Raizo units to give you end of turn damage and remove bind, and do some other really cool shenanigans there as well. So the team compiles of using Verse Shanks as well, which I thought was really, really fun. We do have Nami and Usopp. We have the original V3, I think it is, Sai Rayleigh. He's just irreplaceable on this team. And we're also using Summertime Robin, one of the best rare recruits in the entire game. She's actually really good for this if you have a Limit Break Expanded, because she has Ship Bind, plus she can actually rotate your orbs. Now, this team does take a little bit of orb RNG, because on this next turn, or on the final turn, you do need either, you need any orb on Robin, unless it's a Dex or an Int. And what you can do is you can just close the app, reload it, and you will be good to go from there. But as you guys saw on stage 4, we use Verse Shanks, and we use Cat Viper and Dogstorm. That way we can easily kill there, carry the orb buff into the final stage. We tank the shot thanks to being the crew variation of Shanks crew, and thanks to the Ashura Doji support on Cat Viper and Dogstorm, we can remove the attack down as well. On the final stage, as you guys saw, we got a tandem orb on our Robin. Very, very handy there. With the Rager support, we get an attack buff to our Cerebral characters. We get a full board of whatever orb she has. And that's why it's very important that you don't have a Dex or an Int orb, because she'll give you all of those types. But this team, Recovery, Tandem, Quick, Sight, and Strength are matching. So you have a 5 and 7 chance to very easily get one just on Robin. With Shanks, we have a 3.5 times Chain Lock. And then with Nami and Usopp, we have a 2.25 times Color Affinity boost. And with this Luffy support, we can get a 25% extra base stats, like a 1.25 times base stat boost. As you guys can see there, we did 330 mil approximately, because obviously the sea monster caps out at 300 million, and then that extra sort of 30 was sort of what we hit Haguma with. And then on the revive, we're still going to use the Rayleigh special to get around the 10 turns of damage reduction, and because you're going to use one special here, we can actually use the versatility of Shanks. The versatility of Shanks is going to give us that conditional boost and set the defense to 0, which is super nice. Gives us a little bit extra damage on this revive here, and then with the switchability of CatDog, we can actually remove the despair because they're our captain. Start the chain with CatDog here, and as you guys will see, we have enough damage to actually take out the sea monster here. Now, if you guys see the damage here with Shanks crew, it was 22 million, and then the shot with Usopp Nami was 11 million. So I do believe that this team has a little bit of leeway, but investment is very, very important. And as I mentioned, this is more of a showcase of CatDog rather than a how-to video. So let me know if you do try this team in the comment section below. If you had a little bit less investment, let me know how it went. Alright, so if you have Enel though, Enel makes it a little bit easier, because Enel provides a 1.3 times extra damage buff every single turn. Now, I did try this particular team with using Rayleigh and Gaban instead of Shanks crew, and then trying stuff like the Chopper support on Rayleigh. But I just found Shanks crew's chain lock is just so valuable, and even with the lower captain multiplier, getting around that 99 turns of chain coefficient reduction is just so handy. I have seen it done without Shanks crew. I have seen it done without having a chain lock. But I just find when you if you are trying this particular method where you don't have that crazy 5.25 captain of Cat Viper and Dogstorm, because on the final stage when you switch to remove the despair, you do lose a lot of your captain, plus you're attacking with a strength unit. So you lose quite a lot of damage on that revive, and obviously not being in the dual form does hinder the damage quite a bit. As you guys will see with this particular run, I forgot to use Enel. Make sure to use Enel turn 1, but like I think we use him here, yeah. But I am switching with CatDog and Nami Usopp every single turn. And as you guys probably noticed, I actually start with the strength variation of both these units. With CatDog giving so many cooldowns to the crew, and on stage 3 with level limit break 5, you get an extra 2 cooldowns. You can actually get not only CatDog's special ready by the final stage, but you actually get Nami and Usopp's special ready, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. So you can actually get their super switches to actually help you guys out. Neko and Inu doesn't matter too much. You don't need their super switch. I was trying some stuff with like taking 3 turns on the final stage, focusing all the shots on the sea monster, and then trying to kill Higuma on the 3rd turn through the damage reduction with the super switch. But look, that damage reduction is just so brazy, and that's why Rayleigh is so good for every single team, and he's basically the only unit that is irreplaceable. It was a lot of fun using Shanks crew though. Verse Shanks. Verse Shanks was like my all-time favorite unit for a very long time. He sets defense to 0 on the final stage, which is great. He gives you the conditional on the revive, which is awesome. Very cool unit. And with Nami Usopp as well, they were another character that popped up on the original team. You had to hit through perfects. Obviously, hitting through perfects nowadays is a lot easier because you don't have to bring the Liberal Heim. We have the whale shark ship. But using Nami Usopp is great because not only do they remove the paralysis and they give you a color affinity boost, but with Super Tandem Luffy, that base stats is crazy. And their super switch actually provides you with 4 matching orbs. As you guys see that as we enter the stage, Enel procs, we get that extra 1.3 times damage. And that 1.3 times damage is absolutely no joke. Not only does it help you throughout the entire run, but on this final stage, it basically gives you so much damage that one unit doesn't even need to do damage. Like, the damage is so comfortable here that it's not even funny. So if you guys do have Enel, as you guys saw, I had the Tesoro support there. But with this particular team, you basically just need to make sure that your Shanks crew does not get a Ints or a Dex Orb. And then with Enel, you need to make sure that he doesn't get a Dex Orb. So again, a little bit of Orb RNG, but if you just close the app on this stage, like when you see the Orb pop up, just close the app, reopen it, you'll get a whole new Orb roll, and you'll be absolutely hunky-dory from them. But as you guys will see here, we had so much damage that like Cat, Viper, and Dogstorm, like it's right there, you see that little image of the resilience procking. And Cat 5 and Dogstorm literally did no damage, so super interesting. On the second turn, we're just going to use Rayleigh, the versatility, and the switch of CatDog once again. And we should be in very, very good stead to take down the Sea Monster on the revive. This team isn't as safe as the last team, unless you have your Enel at level 150. But Robin has a limit break expansion, which you need for the ship bind. So Robin has a little bit more attack, but look, Enel's not a bad option. That 1.3 is no joke. If you got that extra 1.3 for the revive as well, like this would just be an absolute cakewalk. But as you can see that, again, like 12 mil instead of 23 mil. Nami and Usopp still have a lot in them there. But that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there and belt the like button for me if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already. Hit that big red subscribe button. But most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.